What up, what up, what up, what up? How y'all doing? Let's start over. So glad to be here, so proud to be here, so blessed to be here. I got to work with the camp for R.Evolución Latina last summer, not this past summer, but the summer before last, and did a spoken word workshop with the kids, and it went over a lot more better. More better. I'm just gonna roll with it. More better than I thought it would, and more better. Yeah, more better than I thought it would, and the kids responded so tremendously, and I learned a lot from them and the power of words. Like we know the words are powerful, but it's not until we say them that we can actually see how powerful they are. And sometimes we like to hold our words in unnecessarily, and sometimes we just need to get it out a little bit more. And the thing that we did that summer was maybe if we can find a way to get our words to play, we can figure out what we want our souls to say. And it's repeating that over and over and getting the kids to learn it. I started to believe it myself more than I believed it when I first started saying it. And it helped inspire this next piece, which I like to do for you. My name is Taharqa. I need only one. I'd wish to be able to tell someone a story at a time when they needed a story most. I hear that good stories, when properly told, have the power to save. So I wish to tell a good story. A story about a time when time was measured by the angle of the sun, in a place where sand and heat were the only natural things as far as the eye could see, and the sand and the heat and the angle of the sun could make people see things that weren't even there. Things people could only make up in their minds. Things worthy of relaying to someone else so they could choose whether or not they too believed it. A story about a time before books, but a time that inspired Bibles and Qurans and Torahs and Vedas, when parables were passed down by word of mouth and fables were conjured like medicine or magic. Some say that good stories have the power to save, maybe a life, maybe a soul, maybe only a moment in time, but since life and soul and time are the precious treasures of which we have so little, we must save them as best we can. So in the name of all that's sacred or holy or simply worth saving, tell someone a good story. Be encouraged by the saviors who came before you, Rumi and Sharma and Aesop and the Grimms and Angelou and Hansberry and Hughes and Wilson and Shakespeare and Scheherazade told stories to save her own life. And Whitman and Williams and Rilke and Poe, Carlin, Cosby, Steele, King, Larson, Rowling, Muhammad, Mother Goose, Remus, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and Jesus told stories to save the souls of his followers. If I had 3 wishes, I'd need only one. I'd wish that more people would follow in their footsteps, or at least in the sound of their voices, to that place in the night where good stories begin and the epiphany sets in that the telling of a really good story might save someone. So who will you save? What story will you tell? What truths will you embellish and make beautiful so that our dreams may be more vivid? How will you outline and make bold our fears so that we can see them clearly and finally understand exactly what we are afraid of? What story will you tell? Will you tell a story of a pauper turned prince? Will you tell a story of a young woman who lives only for love? Will you tell a story of a humble servant, enamored to serve, but yearning to be free to serve as he pleases? Will you tell a story of common folks, dancing in deserts where they still believe in creatures and gods they've never seen? Will you tell of palaces and brotherhood and villainous deeds of babbling old men, pride, wishes, and the mysterious powers held within inanimate objects? How about the story of total strangers coming together for the first time to create something new? Whatever your story, make it a good one. That may be all there is time for. If I had 3 wishes, I need only one. I'd wish to have the infinite power over my words so that I might save someone, one story at a time. I'd wish to have the infinite power over my words so that I might save someone, one story at a time. Thank you, Mr. Taharqa Patterson.
Give it up for Daniel J. Watts, y'all.
Come on, we're gonna get it going.